Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into Zabbix, a really powerful open-source tool that can give you a crystal-clear view of your entire IT infrastructure.
But let's start with the question. If you've ever had to manage a network or a bunch of servers, you know this feeling. Do you truly know what's going on inside your systems, right this second? For a lot of us, it can feel like a complete black box. You just hope everything's okay in there.
And that's exactly the problem Zabbix is built to solve. The best way to think about it is like a single, unified health dashboard for absolutely everything in your tech stack. It's designed to turn that black box wide open so you can see everything clearly.
So what is it exactly? At its core, Zabbix is a monitoring platform. And here are the two most important words: free and open source. Its entire job is to keep track of the health, the performance, and, the availability of your IT systems. Basically, it helps you stop guessing and start knowing.
Okay, monitoring platform sounds great, but what does that really mean? What can you actually see with a tool like this? Let's look at the universe of things it can monitor.
And the scope is, well, it's huge. We're talking everything from the ground up. You've got your physical servers, Linux, Windows, you name it, and your network gear like routers and switches. But it doesn't stop there. It goes all the way up the stack to your virtual machines, your cloud services, your databases, and even the live performance of your websites and APIs. It sees the whole picture.
But just seeing the data isn't enough. The real magic is in what you can do with that information. So let's check out the Power Toolkit that Zabbix puts right at your fingertips.
This is where it gets really interesting. Of course, you have data collection. That's the foundation, pulling in metrics like CPU load and memory usage. But then you have alerting. This is the proactive part. It can ping you on Slack or send you an email the instant something goes wrong so you can fix it before your users even notice. Then there are the dashboards where you can build these beautiful, real-time visual maps of your system's health. And get this, auto-discovery will automatically find new devices you add to your network and start monitoring them. Pretty cool, right?
Zabbix is also super flexible in how it gets its data. You've got two main approaches. For your really important machines, like your main servers, you can install a tiny piece of software called a Zabbix agent. It's super lightweight, and it sends back incredibly detailed data. But what about things where you can't install software, like a network switch? No problem. It can also use standard agentless methods to check on those devices. You get to choose the right tool for the job.
So we have all these pieces, the data gathering, the alerts, the cool dashboards, but how does it all actually plug together? Let's pop the hood and take a quick look at the architecture.
It's actually really straightforward and elegant. It all starts with your devices out in the wild. They use those agents or protocols to constantly send data back to the Zabbix server. Think of the server as the central brain of the whole operation. It collects everything, processes it, and stores it all in a database so you can look at historical trends. And then you interact with all of it through a clean web interface. That's where you build your dashboards and set up all your rules.
Okay, that all sounds pretty powerful. So who is this really for? And maybe more importantly, what gives Zabbix an edge over all the other monitoring tools out there?
At its heart, Zabbix is a tool built by tech people for tech people. It's designed for the system administrators and DevOps teams. The folks who are actually in the trenches keeping all the lights on. It gives them the deep, granular control they need to solve problems fast. And this right here really illustrates its biggest advantage. A lot of other enterprise-grade monitoring tools are fantastic, but they come with a pretty hefty subscription fee, and they're hosted in the cloud. Zabbix gives you that same level of powerful features, but it's completely free. And since you host it yourself, you have total control over your data and your costs. It's a huge deal.
I think this quote just nails it. It perfectly captures the core idea. You are getting the power and the deep visibility of a true enterprise solution, but without that scary enterprise price tag. For a lot of teams, that's an absolute game changer.
So we'll leave you with this thought. Let's go back to that idea of the black box. What if it wasn't a black box anymore? If you had total, complete visibility into every single part of your system, what kind of problems could you solve before they even started? That's really the question Zabbix empowers you to answer.